Today, I'm going to break one of my rules. I'm going to talk about something that I hardly talk about. What's that? It's success. We've all been chasing success right from when we were childhood. Forget about the fact that you consciously started trying to become successful maybe after university or graduating your senior high school. But we've all been instinctively trying to be successful from those little competitions back in school to fighting for the first position in class and all of those things. We all want to be successful instinctively. But on our way, on our journey, on our path to becoming successful, there are a lot of things that happen to us, and mostly there are obstacles because there's this good analogy about life. What you can do is you can remain at one place, you can stop moving, but once you stop moving, the natural inclination is for you to fall backwards. Even though you are not moving, you are basically standing at the same place that you were, you would eventually be left behind because people are moving forward. And if you are stagnant, you realize that you would be left behind. So today, I just wanted to talk to you about the biggest obstacles to success. I know that we are all trying to do this thing for ourselves that we feel happy about. We can make some contributions to the world and we can become better people because I believe success is also a development of character. Because once you do not have character and you have all the lavish things in life and all the achievements, you are still not complete. You need to be successful, and to be successful, you need to have attitude. So today I want to talk to you about the biggest obstacles to success. Coming up. There's this good quote that talks about success and how to actually achieve it. And it says that any person with any reason why can actually overcome anyhow. And this sort of quote, which I didn't get exactly, but the basic thing about the quote is that you need a reason to keep going. Therefore, my first reason and why I think most people do not achieve success for themselves is that they lose optimism. They lose along the way. They lose the very reason why they started to go on this path. They sort of lose focus of what they came here for, and they just give into life and say, oh, it won't work out. I'm not too good. I'm not this way. I'm not like this person who made it. And they start giving themselves many reasons why they cannot do it. So moving from a lack of optimism, which is the first reason why I think most people do not achieve success, which is the first obstacle to success. The second reason why I think most people do not achieve success, in other words, obstacle to success, is that most people make up a whole lot of excuses. We live in a world where it is very easy to give up your responsibility for anything. I mean, you can literally make up any excuse and you find someone to back you up, from being entitled to a whole lot of other unnecessary things that we make up for ourselves. We become, I don't know, we make up a lot of excuses just to hide the fact that we are not achieving success. And the truth is that success is raw work. It's raw work. Personally, I've seen that when I stop working, I stop doing stuff. Have you ever seen a day that a video of mine just got uploaded without me having to do any work? It doesn't work that way. I'll have to put in some work to do some research and to come up with some ideas that I can talk about in a video and actually do the recording before you can have a video out. And that's work. It takes a lot of work to get things done. So if you are making any excuse up which is standing in the way of your success, then it's either you don't want the success or you're making excuses. And when you don't want the success, that's fine. But if you want it and you're saying all manner of things to make excuses, then you see that you are making excuses. For instance, I used to talk a lot about how I'm not too. The video thing is not for me. That was about 4 years ago. I was saying that the video thing is not for me. I don't look good on camera. I don't talk too much. A whole lot of excuses that I made. But one day I was pushed to make a single video for my Facebook profile, and that video changed my entire mentality. I was dwelling on a certain excuse that I wouldn't look good on camera. But once I was able to push through to make that single video, my entire perspective changed, and I was able to create a YouTube channel We are not big, but at least we are doing something, and I'm sure a lot of people are benefiting from these videos. So one thing you should know is that you can make excuses or you can make progress, but you cannot do both. And if you have genuine obstacles, genuine problems, then instead of complaining and making a whole lot of fuss about it, why don't you find the solutions? If you don't have the solutions, why don't you approach people who have the sort of knowledge they are looking for to overcome these challenges they are facing? Have you spoken to anyone? Have you read any book? Because no one knows it all. A lot of things that I talk about are based on my experience, my observations, and things that people tell me, things that I read from books, things that I learn from other YouTube videos and articles that I read. I'm constantly learning. And in my previous video, I spoke about the skill of the century, which I think is learning. If you want, you can go check out the video and really get to understand why I believe learning is one of the things that you should pay much attention to. Because there will always be reasons why you cannot achieve what you want to achieve. But if you have the first thing, which is optimism, you have a strong reason why, then definitely you push through. The last thing I want to talk about when it comes to obstacles to success is a great lack of self-discipline. Personally, sometimes I struggle with this. There are times I'm not able to do a lot of things that I want to do. And I think, sometimes burnout happens. And that's because sometimes you overwork and a whole lot of things. But generally, lack of discipline is a very key thing when it comes to success. And there was this study conducted called the common denominator of success. Now, this study was conducted just to find out what separates the successful from the others. And the single thing the researcher came out with was that successful people make it a habit to do the things that unsuccessful people do not do. And the interesting twist to the whole story or the whole research is that successful people, even though they do these things that unsuccessful people don't do, both groups of people do not like doing these same activities. Something like waking up and going to work every day. No one likes to go to work every day. We wake up sometimes, we don't feel like going to work, we feel demotivated and our spirits are down and we don't want to go to work. But in such a case, the successful person has built the sort of self-discipline, and they have the optimism to back it, and they move on to go to work. But the people who are not really successful make up excuses because they don't have the optimism and they don't have the reasons why they should be disciplined in that particular situation to go out to work. So these are my top 3 obstacles to success, and I've been thinking about them, and that's what I've come up with. If you have any reason you think is anything you think is an obstacle to success, you can mention it down below, and maybe I'll make another video about it, or include it in a new video. Yeah, anything could happen. But basically, what I want you to know is that I've tried to focus on things you can do in this video because I believe I actually didn't want to do this video in the first place. But I think sometimes we have to be exposed to this kind of information, this kind of knowledge. That's why I decided to go ahead. So I just want to leave a caution here. Now, the things I've listed are obstacles. That doesn't mean I'm giving you a reason why you shouldn't become successful. No, I'm not giving a reason why you shouldn't become successful. I'm rather informing you about what to expect. Because you get to some time, you feel like, why am I even doing this? Why am I doing this? You get to some time that once you wake up, there are a whole lot of reasons why you shouldn't go to work, why you shouldn't do what you want to do, why you should just give up. A whole lot of reasons will come up, and you have to battle these things, and you need a discipline, which is why I'm exposing you to these things. I'm not saying them because I want to give you an excuse as to why you shouldn't achieve success. But what I'm saying is that once you have this information, you should expect it on your way to achieving what you want to achieve, and you should sort of read around these things, learn around these things. If you don't know how to learn, or you want something that I do personally to learn, you can watch my previous video. And till my next video, I hope this video has been really helpful. If it has been helpful, please leave a like. You can subscribe to my channel if you do like my content, and I'll see you in the next video.